Fellas, this right here ain't about men liking women. It's about women competing where they don't belong. And I'll explain as we go through this clip. Let's get started.
You're in a relationship with a man, you have to listen to what he says and how he feels about women in general. Because a lot of us are dating men that are homosocials, and homosocials mean that he's not homosexual at all. He just does not find women interesting. Everything that he finds interesting has something to do with other men.
All right, let me stop it right there. I need y'all to see this. The main thing to take away, these are the type of women to avoid. Because we talk a lot about women competing, and most of the time it's framed as women competing as far as like the job. Like they want to work because you work, they don't want to stay home and raise the kids and things like that. But there's another part to this, and it's with her. See, she the type of woman that wants to be everything to a man. And you can't be everything to a man. Just the same way a man can't be everything to a woman. We need social groups. This is the type of woman that'll try to isolate you, and she gets offended because she's insecure. And that's part of the competition. When women compete with men, they're really insecure. When they push that strong, independent bullshit, they're insecure. A secure woman know how to rest in her femininity. She understands her strength is in being feminine, being soft, not being hardcore, not trying to be one of the boys like this chick here. All right, let's run it.
On the sporting events, hanging out with them, watching the game, playing basketball. If you ask them, hey, what do you think about this comedian? Oh, she not funny. You don't think no women are funny? Oh, what do you like to do with women? Everything involves another male. So they only...
See, that's the thing. I don't think a lot of women comedians are funny. And I do a lot with my woman, but I just don't think female comedians are funny. Why? Because they talk about different shit I don't care about. Usually the stuff they're talking about is sex, other men, their hair, their wigs, or something like that. I don't find that shit funny. I mean, I'm sure other people do. It's just not masculine to me. I'm more of a masculine person. I like people like Mike Epps. You know, he might talk about the hood or things like that. I just don't think a lot of women comedians are funny. It's not because they're women. It's just they talk about different shit I don't care about. I don't care about feminine girl type shit. The same way a lot of women might not think male comedians are funny, but I think most of the time they do. And it's because men are the leaders, and, you know, women think they're funny because of their leaders. Just like, you know, most women are going to watch male sports. They're not going to watch female sports. And that's a whole nother topic, but let's get back to this.
Really find desire in having sexual experiences with women, but they don't find women interesting. And if you listen to that, you can save yourself a lot of trouble up front, because you'll find out he really don't like women.
All right. I don't know. There was a glitch there. But now she's saying if a man only wants a woman for sex, that he don't like women like that. And I want to reverse that and say that I don't think she likes men. I don't think she likes men for who they are. And that's the whole thing that this feminism is pushing. That's what this is. She's like low key pushing feminism in there and trying to get men to be more sociable, more compassionate, show more empathy, basically talk more about girl shit. And a lot of men we don't want to do that. We'll do it just because we don't want y'all to complain, but it's just not the stuff we talk about. And we rather hang with our boys because our boys understand us. Not saying that we dislike our women. Like this right here, this shit is toxic as hell. And there's young women that listen to this shit and they grow up thinking that there's something wrong with men, because the type of men they want, the strong leaders, are probably going to want more communion with their men. And women should want more communion with their women, with the women. That's the problem here. Like, stop trying to come in men's spaces and go chill and drink wine with your girlfriends and talk shit over there. That's not what we want to do. We want to play sports. We don't want to sit around and talk all the time. And a lot of the dudes that like to sit around and talk are probably gay. So that's where the conflict comes in. And that's what it sounds like she wants to build. She wants to build a man who is masculine, who is a leader, and also gay and feminine at the same time. You can't do that. It don't work like that. You're not going to get everything. You're going to probably get 80% of what you want, and the other 20% you got to make up for yourself. The 20% is on you to fill in as you as a person. We got to stop wanting to get somebody and expecting them to give us 100% of everything. It don't work like that. Like I said, this whole thing right here is she's trying to change men instead of accepting men for who they are. Men do the same shit. That's what this red pill thing is about. It's about accepting female nature and learning how to navigate it. It's not changing women. We tell men, go find a woman who fits 80% of what you're looking for, and the other 20% is in your purpose. So it's pretty much the same thing. That's why this woman is very toxic. It's because the whole mission for her and feminists and womanists like her are to transform men into these weak, low testosterone type men, and then they wonder why we got boys, teenagers, and young men, especially young black men, out here pew, pew, and just blasting each other in these cities like Chicago, because y'all are not letting them rest in their masculinity. They don't have fathers, and a lot of these women, if they have fathers, they will understand, okay, this is what men do. They take care of their woman, they pay the bills, they make sure they're protected, and then when they got their little time, they go with their homeboys, because iron sharpens iron. We need male communion. We need male, whatever the damn word is. We need that time with each other because we have to keep each other sharp. All right.
Interesting in is stuff that him and his homeboys would do. Him and his homeboys will like photos on Instagram. Him and his homeboys will try to send photos that are inappropriate back and forth. That's what he finds interesting.
She said, "Homo-social."
Homo-social.
I said, hold on.
Go, hey, put that on a card.
My are just cool. I mean, I just like them. They just fun to hang around. I don't know.
That's my dog.
All right,
But it's okay for that to be your dog, but do you also find spouse or your significant other? Some men don't find any joy in women. They don't find them entertaining. They don't think they're good actresses. They don't think they're good politicians, and that will manifest within the relationship.
But that's also because some women don't know how to provide the peace that our boys provide either.
All right, yeah. So, yeah. Like I said, that's all that is. She's not secure within herself, and she wants all the time with her man. This is the type of woman to avoid, because these are the type of women that, yeah, it'll go from, why you always hanging to your boys? Are you sure you hanging with your boys? Is there another chick involved? Like, you can't have time to yourself. And it just sounds like she needs to get a group of female friends that she's close with, so that when she's with her dude, she's like, all right, I done had enough of you. You done beat it up enough. I need to go hang with my girls. When you got a woman who she likes being around other women, because that's the other red flag. When you find these women that say, oh, I don't hang with women, they too this, they too that, I like being around men. Red flag. Because if you get a woman who's been around a lot of men and have a lot of male friends, a lot of those male friends that knocked it down. Like, you're literally walking into a situation, especially if you 30s, mid 30s, probably even late 20s, and she has these male friends and they've been friends since high school, middle school, or just a long time. A couple of those dudes that knocked it down. She had some weak moments, and those dudes who were orbiting got in there and did something, and they basically had a pact, like, you know what, we're not gonna speak on this, because she don't want to lose that male friendship, because those males provide something. If something happened, he can come change the tire, fix the refrigerator, whatever it is. Women work like that. They keep men around as utilities. So it's definitely a red flag when you got women who reject other women circles and are more attracted to having male friends. I see it all the time. My crew is big, I grew up with, and we could be chilling. I remember my girl, we've been together a few years, but we went and chilled with the homies. We all live across the country, so we don't meet up a lot. And I literally was able to just tell her all the stories because the women would want to come hang out. So, but the women had, they were in relationships and they were bringing their men with them. And I literally was telling my girl, like, well, he knocked her down. He did this to that girl that's there. So somebody in my crew had already had sex with some of the girls that were just coming to meet up to say we were friends from high school. And the dudes had no clue of it. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I see it all the time. So yeah, you gotta watch out for these type of women. All right, y'all. Subscribe or just like the damn video. I'm out.